Hello, hello. Welcome back to On the Line with Babsie. My name is Michèle Haines, coming at you live in LA at soundBOX LA. And this episode is 2 parts. We were on the phone for an extra long time, and you're about to see why. Check it out. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine, honey. How is Tim?
I'm good, thank you.
Oh, hi, Tim. Oh, it's so nice to hear your voice.
Hello, hello.
Hello. Oh, well, have you had any more tremors?
I don't think so. I woke up this morning feeling shaky, and I thought the kitty that I'm kitty sitting was on the bed licking herself or something, but then...
Oh, no.
Well, I don't know if it's me breathing.
Oh.
Can't tell.
Well, no. It could be because they say that after earthquakes, you're going to have hundreds of tremors.
Well, there are earthquakes every day. I follow the LA Quake Bot. They're little teeny tiny ones.
Oh, wonderful.
Is
well,
it?
I mean, yes, it's wonderful to follow it. And yes.
Whoa. Earthly disasters. That's great. Maybe a house will fall on you and I can celebrate.
No, I think that's wonderful that you're following it because, you can see, what is it, the seismograph? Is that what you see?
It's a tweet that says this happened.
Oh, a tweet. Well, keep following because, you never know. But it could, I don't know, it could have been a little tremor, or did you have a lot of caffeine?
I was waking up in the morning, so...
Oh,
no. Well, sometimes I get excited for the day or nervous about the day, and it could be my heart.
Oh, I never tremor when I wake up, but I'm excited that I woke up.
As we all are.
Yes, I think of, what's going to go on today. So that's wonderful. Well, I'm glad you wake up happy.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh.
It's more like, this is all I have to do. It's excitement / nervous, and my heart starts racing.
Oh, you mean you're getting anxious?
That's something.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a pill for that.
Thanks.
Yes. Well,
oh, boy.
Now, how is the marijuana situation out there? Well, is everyone, I worry about people driving, with all of this going on. But they say it makes you very happy.
Yeah.
So I hope they watch the red lights,
I hope so, too. I don't partake in the weed situation.
Yeah, I know. We just got a dispensary here.
Great.
But I don't know where it is. It's close by, David said, but I'm not going in. Well, somebody on the Late Show said if you smell it too much, you get happy, and I'm happy enough.
That's the whole point, is to smell it and get happy.
Yeah, I don't believe that either. Oh, I don't believe that.
What don't you believe? You don't inhale it and feel happy?
That you smell it. If you smell it, you feel funny.
If you breathe it in, that's the whole point of it.
Oh, well,
Bill
Kingsley.
Clinton.
Well,
Doesn't affect me.
Well, one of our shoppers at the store is a frequent flyer. He Anne was telling me that she went to his store and they were in the back. He has clothes from the Saks store just piled everywhere. And she said the smell of marijuana was so heavy that he came out. They were smoking in the back. And he came out and he was all glassy-eyed. And she said, well, how much for this? And he said, oh, I don't know. And she said, well, what about 20? And I thought, oh, we've got to go down there while he's smoking because he doesn't know the prices of anything. So I thought I might get a purse, but she said, oh, everything reeks of it. But I said, you can always have it clean.
I can't.
And he doesn't know what prices they are.
Good.
Nothing's marked, and he may give us something
Yeah,
beautiful
stop by.
designer.
Stop by and say, I'll trade you my husband's old underwear for that Valentino purse.
Now, no, they weren't old. They were brand new, and I had
Well,
just washed
whatever you
them.
have. Okay, even better.
But
Two
we
purses.
won't talk about that. Yeah.
Oh, I love these weed people.
Oh, my goodness, but he doesn't know what he's selling, and I thought this is a perfect opportunity. I said, Anne, you've got to tell me the address so I can go down. And I could wear, you know, on Shark Tank, they had a fella who had, he's very, the Saudis gave him a few $1 million to sell his product, and what it is, it's a nasal screen. They're these little tiny patches of screen that go in your nostrils so that you don't breathe the sand or whatever. And I could get those to protect me against getting funny, whereas I won't know what I'm buying, you know.
It's not going to block the air.
Oh.
Just particles.
Well, oh, that's right.
You still have to breathe.
Well, I just won't breathe.
All right, then. I'll breathe through my skin like a fish. My mind is made up.
Yeah. Isn't that a snake? No. Fish breathe through gills, honey bunch.
Oh, well, thank you, Professor.
I think frogs breathe through their skin, I think.
Sure.
But anyway, so what is new?
Who cares? What's new with you?
Oh, well, Jackie is here from Brazil.
Oh.
And yes, and we had dinner.
You want to say who Jackie is? Because I'm not the only one listening.
Jackie is David's Brazilian girlfriend, and she's been in New York for 20 years.
David is my brother. We don't have to know everything and her social security. That's enough. Okay, continue.
Oh, yes. So one night we went out to dinner and just, you know, one of the local restaurants. And we ordered, and they brought, you know, delicious bread, and I love bread and butter. And so we each had a bread plate, and then our entrees came, and Jackie had fish and mashed potatoes. David had the gnocchi and lobster and crab, and me too, but it was a Sunday night, so it wasn't as good as it may be when the regular chef is there. But anyway, so I was eating my bread, and then Jackie had put some mashed potatoes on my bread plate and a little bite of fish, and I said, oh, your fish is delicious. So then we were eating, and I said, oh, I love this bread, and I reached over to my bread dish, and I grabbed the dollop of mashed potatoes because I forgot my glasses. I couldn't see a thing. So my hand
sure it wasn't the weed you second-handed?
No. The potatoes were delicious, but I had them all over my left hand. And David said, Mom, that wasn't a piece of bread. It's Jackie's potatoes. I said, well, they felt so soft. So I put
I don't need a fork.
So I cleaned my hand, of course, and then
My tongue.
we continued to eat, and then later I said, "Oh, I love this bread." So I started spreading my bread with butter, and David said, "Mom, you're putting mashed potatoes on your bread." I said, "Oh, for heaven's sakes. That looked like butter." He said, "No, it doesn't look anything like butter." I said, "Well, it does to me." So I had bread and mashed potatoes, and it was delicious.
Great.
Oh,
So I went to
but-
I went to get in the car and I stepped into a pile of potatoes.
Oh, well, you know what just happened at the farm?
No. What
Well, we parked, and the vegetables looked so delicious. Well, when I went back to the car, a lighter was on fire between the two cars.
Huh.
And I looked down and I said, "Oh, fire." And nobody did anything. And I
Didn't
had
sound
a
too
pair
urgent.
of new sneakers on. Well, I had a pair of my new sneakers on. I didn't want to step on it because I thought it would explode and mess up
Just
my sneakers.
Let the house
And
put
so
it out.
I said, "Excuse me, something's on fire." Nobody came. And I didn't want to move because I was afraid it was between both cars. And I've never stepped on a bic or whatever those plastic things are. I thought it might explode, but then the flame was getting a little larger, and I said, "Sir, there's fire here." He said, "Oh my goodness." So he came over and he stomped on it, and I said, I could have done that, but I said, I was afraid it might explode. He said, "Oh no, there's nothing left in it. That's the plastic." But it might have melted the sole of my new speaker,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to lose it.
Sorry,
But
sir.
I hope it wouldn't have exploded the cars.
My mismatched shoes are more important than yours.
No, but I did tell you the story. And the gentleman thanked the other man. He said, "Oh, you saved my car." I said, "Oh, just a moment. I was the one that found the lighter."
I was the one watching. Thank you very much. Where's my medal? I watched your house burn down and I get no thanks. Ingrid.
And he just ignored me, and he said to the man, "Thank you so much." And I said, "Well, and then he closed himself in the car and drove off." And I thought, I saw it first, but that's okay.
So I
I'm
threw
so
a
glad
roll
that.
at him, and it turned out to be potato.
No, I don't think he heard me, and that's okay. But I didn't want to alarm anybody by, screaming fire.
Well, that's kind of like, do you remember when
Yes.
Dad started a bonfire on purpose for us to toast marshmallows, but he set it up right under the tree next to the house. And that caught on fire.
Oh, it did?
Yes, and then you called the fire department, which was Level, Maryland, and you knew and you knew that they only had one truck, so you said, hello, our tree is on fire and it's very close to the house, but I know you only have one truck. I don't know if it's an emergency. They said, "Ma'am, that is an emergency." You're like, "Well, I don't want you to go to the trouble if you need the truck for someone else."
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
But I do remember when we were in Bayside, New York on Long Island, and you weren't born because I wasn't married. I was a young girl, and we were there staying while your grandfather went to Korea. And we had, now wait a minute. Yeah, we had come back, I think, from California. And we were in Bayside, and he was to go to Korea. Well, we had two parakeets, Peppy and Ginger, and they were in the dining room. Well, every once in a while when I was giving them their food, they'd get loose and chasing them all over the house. They'd be landing in the curtains, and we were chasing them all over. But Aunt Lily was in the kitchen doing something over the stove. And Ginger flew into the kitchen, and Aunt Lily stirring at the stove, and Ginger fell on her head, landed on her head. And I said, Aunt Lily, don't move. And she said, there's something on my head. I said, it's Ginger. Well, it was a little hard to get her there, but we got her back in the cage. But when Aunt Lily was using the pot holder, it accidentally caught fire. Oh, no, that was in Maryland. But she was at the stove, and the pot holder caught fire. And I said, oh, Aunt Lily, you're on fire. Because I didn't want to alarm her. And she was still, the flames were getting a little bigger. And I said, Aunt Lily, there's the pot holder is on fire. And she looked at me and she said, oh, this is going to be good. And I said, oh, yes. I said, but you're on fire. And she looked at me.
Oh, yes,
said,
I'm really on fire with this
and
recipe.
And then Nana came running and threw water. She said, I didn't hear you. I said, I didn't want to scare you. But anyway, the fire went out very quickly.
You could be a new kind of superhero. I don't want to alarm you like Batman and Superman swooping in and saving lives. Be like, a train's coming if you get the chance to move. They're dead.
Well, at the farm, I thought all of these people are going to scatter and not buy any vegetables if I say, fire! And I thought, so I'll just quietly say, there's something burning here. Well, nobody heard me. And Jackie said, oh, Mom, the car might explode. I said, but I don't want my sneaker to get messy. So the man came and he stepped on it. So he said, oh, that's all right. I said, oh, okay. But anyway, yes. So anyway,
saved the day.
That was that.
Yeah.
And, I put my hand to sleep. Still asleep. I think I told you the last time.
No.
I had a very heavy handbag.
Oh, yeah.
And you can blame it on Roberto Cavalli. But anyway.
Who's that?
I put water in. I told you about that rude doctor that said it's only common sense. But do you know my hand is still numb?
How about one story at a time there, Chief?
Oh, sorry. Okay. You can back up.
What about this doctor?
Oh, very rude. He told me, well, it's common sense if you carry a bag with all that junk in it. I already told you. I said, I have water, my telephone, and other essentials. He said, well, possibly you could leave some of those essentials at home. And I thought, oh, how rude. And this is a doctor. They're never rude.
We don't have to mention that.
Oh, you're not supposed to?
I don't know. The fewer the lawsuits, the better.
You mean well, it was a doctor from a fine hospital.
Oh.
So, yeah. And it turns out he's an associate professor talking to me like that. So I didn't complain. I mean, I complained to the people I know there. I said, oh, he's terrible, and don't ever let me have that one again. Because this time I will slam the door in his face, and I don't want to make enemies.
And I threw a lighter on fire in his office and left. And I didn't put it out.
Yeah.
Great. So, are there any
Oh,
essentials you can leave at home? I guess they wouldn't be called essentials then.
no, I don't carry that much. I mean, I have to have something for lunch. And, you know, because if you get stuck in an elevator, well, we don't have any around here, but if you were to go someplace, you got stuck in an elevator, you have to keep your protein up. So we can eat out of my purse. I had chocolate walnuts in there, but with the heat, the chocolate melts, so I don't take them.
Oh.
We got a lovely a little Sprouts market. Oh, it's such fun.
You keep that in your purse?
Well, I have nuts in my purse sometimes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of nuts.
Not a lot.
Talking to one right now.
But, yes. But, I can't think of anything else.
Do you ever switch the side your purse is on so your other hand can experience going numb?
Yeah, it's spreading to my other hand.
Great.
Yeah. The right hand is very numb, but I go to see my doctor, the neurologist, to get my Botox shot. It's not for beauty. It's for, well, when you say Botox, it's usually to lift up any wrinkles or something, but I'll just stay the way I am. I'm not that wrinkled. So, no, I get injections in my neck to quiet my muscles, and it's really good. But I have to tell Dr. Mokhyber that my hand is numb and it's staying that way, and I hope it's not permanent because it started with the handbag.
No, some masseusery or acupuncture could help, or just rolling a tennis ball around your shoulder or something.
Oh, how would you do that?
Against the wall.
How would you get a tennis ball over there?
Lean against the wall with the ball between you.
Oh, lean against the wall. Well, I've got a medicine ball of yours.
Are you
That's
sure?
too heavy, isn't it?
No, you could lie on it.
Oh, boy. You had me sit on that bouncing ball and I fell off. And it's a good thing that I didn't break anything because my bones are like Swiss cheese. Ugh.
Okay. Yeah, you weren't supposed to fall off it.
I know, but I'm not used to it. So I rolled off. I didn't go far, so that's fine. And I fell up a curb one day in the dark. Well, that was when we were going to Pennsylvania at 5 a.m, and I wasn't familiar with Jessica's curb. And I was going around the Tesla to get in, and I fell up the curb. Thankfully, it was up and not down. So I just fell on my wrist, and I didn't break anything, and my Apple Watch said nothing. It's supposed to tell you when you've fallen, yes. And one time, and I dropped my Apple Watch from the bed to the floor. It called the emergency. Oh, no, I know what I was doing. No, that's wrong.
Okay.
I had just gotten my Apple Watch, and I thought, well, I'm going to turn it off. Well, instead of hitting the turn off, I hit the emergency. They called right away. They said, I don't know if they called me by name, but they said, "Are you all right?" I said, "Oh, of course. I'm fine." She said, "Well, one moment, ma'am." She said, "We have an alert from your Apple Watch." I said, "I know. I'm sorry. I accidentally." She said, "Well, let me ask you some questions." And I thought, oh, no, the police are on their way. And I thought, oh, I made a mistake. She said, "Just a moment. Are you home alone?" And I can't remember if I was or not. I don't remember.
The Seventh-day Adventists are here.
Oh,
darn it!
They're next door.
Oh.
But they haven't come back. But anyway,
Okay.
I don't think you can say that, honey.
Oh, you're telling me now, huh?
But anyway, I don't
I'm not
know if you
naming
can say that.
names and saying they're
Oh,
awful.
I don't know their name either. But
Good.
anyway, they sent me a letter that they want to come back, so I don't answer the door.
Okay.
Anyway.
I don't leave the house anymore.
No. Well, yes. But anyway, but I'm very careful, and I can take the taser with me if I want to.
Oh, let me see your
yeah.
Bible. Bzzzt.
Well,
Sorry,
I keep
can't
the
talk. Gotta go.
taser.
Mhm.
Yeah, David taught me how to use it.
Oh.
You don't shoot it, but he told me, showed me how to put the safety off and everything. And he said, "Mom, please don't aim for the face or anything. Keep the laser, below, but stun them." I said, "Oh, I will." And so the other day, I was transporting jewelry from the bank to the house, and he said, "Put the taser in your car if you feel better." I said, "Oh, I'm not sure. I might tase myself."
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I call
But
it getting a
I would
massage.
be afraid. But he said, if you feel more comfortable, take the taser with you. Just put it there. But he said, please don't take it in the bank. I said, "Oh, I won't take it."
I'm here for all the jewelry. Keep it coming. Oh, my arm's numb. Too much.
They have this security guard there, and he is hard of hearing.
No.
He said, "Good
Fire."
morning." I said, "Oh, good morning." He said, "What'd you say?"
So I held a sign up, and then I tased him. I'm like, excuse me, sir, there's a fire. All the money. Oh, the money's burning.
Yeah, but
Oh.
then he said, "What'd you say?" And I was checking in, and I said, "Oh dear, I made a mistake." And he said, "What'd you say?" And I said, "Oh, never mind." And he said, "What'd you say?" So I just say hello, and I go about my business. I don't talk to him anymore because all it is "What'd you say?" And so I thought,
odd.
how on earth is he going to protect the bank when he can't even hear what the robber's saying?
No,
The
I'm sure
robber
he'll
will
hear a
come
gunshot.
and say, "This is a holdup," and he'll say, "What'd you say?"
It is a nice day, isn't it? You have a good one, too. Grab him.
No,
I
I
can't. I have new sneakers on. I cannot help.
I stared at that flame for about a minute, and I thought, "Oh, they're my new sneakers.
Mm.
I can't put this fire out." But the flame was getting a little bigger, and I thought,
Wow.
"Oh, and Jackie said, 'Mom, there's gasoline.' I said, 'Oh, yeah.'"
Explosion, sneaker. Explosion.
I really
Sneaker.
like them, Michelle.
I'm gonna go with the
got
sneaker.
them in blank blank, and
What?
I got them in blank
Oh.
blank
Okay,
because I don't think you can say the name, but
What's the name?
TJ Maxx.
Okay. You're not
And they're
saying anything
Pumas.
bad.
Oh, I thought you said I'm not supposed to say the name of a store or anything.
No, it's like people's last names and
Oh.
hurting a
Oh, I
person's
haven't-
reputation.
Oh,
if you say
mean
I
like
bought
Bill?
lovely every single episode. Wow.
But anyway, I love them. They're so comfortable. And I thought, oh, the one time I wear them to the market, there's got to be a fire.
What did you know? Very
I was hoping
inconvenient.
it would go out by itself. And Jackie said, "Are you coming?" I said, no, I'm watching the fire. He said, fire?
Go see if they have
I
marshmallows.
But I was watching it, but I just dreaded stepping on it.
Yes.
So the man finally came. I didn't see him. He came from the farm, I think, and
we've
he
covered
said,
this.
"Oh, I said, "There's a fire right
Yeah.
here," and he said, "Oh," he said, "I'll get that." And he had big clunky shoes on, so they wouldn't hurt him. But I thought, "Oh, my brand new sneakers."
Okay.
Oh, I wouldn't do that in a real emergency. I don't think. I mean, I would help
pretty sure you would.
somebody.
Yeah. Maybe.
Oh, I'd help
they're
people.
drowning.
Well, you know what?
Shoot.
No, a lady fell on the sidewalk in Manhattan, and I went to help her up, and she said, "I'll get up myself."
And I'm
I
like,
said,
good.
"Oh,
I have good
okay."
shoes on anyway.
But she didn't want any help. I said,
Mm.
"Oh, okay."
So I
I
watched her
felt
die.
very bad, but she got up and she started walking the same as she did before.
Right
so.
onto the train tracks. And I said, well, she didn't want my help the first time. She's not getting it the second time.
Well, when I first started riding the subways, I didn't realize that they wanted to be a little faster than me. So this man in front of me pushed me out the door.
Oh, no.
And he said, "Move it, lady." And I said, "Well, I am." And he said, "Move it." I said, "Well, okay." But my legs didn't go that fast, so he passed me. And boy, did he run up the stairs. I can't run up those stairs. But, I'll never forget the time when we got caught. We got lost in Penn Station, Michelle.
No.
I was so tired. And I thought, "Oh, Michelle, please find the way out." And we were walking and walking. And were you lost?
I don't
think
know what you're talking about.
Oh, yes. We were lost in Penn Station. And I was starting to get mad. I said, "Michelle, I can't walk anymore."
How old
And
was
you wouldn't
I?
talk
3?
to me. No.
Oh. I don't remember.
Yes, I do, because I thought we'd never get out of Penn Station. I don't know how we got there anyway.
Probably
We took a wrong train.
Huh.
Well, yeah. We rode the wrong train or something. I don't know.
Well,
But,
did I tell you
I-
about when Matt
What?
and I were on our way to work at Oshkosh?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to if you let me.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm listening. It's your turn.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh.
And it was rush hour, and Matt was my boyfriend of 10 years. And
Yeah.
we're working together as assistant designers, and he was a graphic designer at Oshkosh. Anyway,
Yes.
we're getting on the train at Union Station in rush hour,
Yeah.
and we're all normally pushing your way into the
Sure.
train and the mass of people, and we got sandwiched in the doorway. And this girl looks at her friend, and she's talking about Matt to her friend right next to Matt and saying,
In English?
yes, and I'm about to tell you.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And she said, didn't even say excuse me. And then Matt went right in her face, and he said, excuse me.
Maybe she couldn't.
And then we were all, there's nowhere to go. And she was just stuck there. Then she looked away and looked at her friend. But I think she thought she could say that and, people are going to shy away and be like, and cower. But Matt doesn't cower. He's like, excuse me. Then I started laughing. I was crying the rest of the way.
Oh, some people are so rude. And then there are others that are very nice.
Yes.
But, yes.
My
But
doctor is
that's funny.
terrible.
That is cute.
Yeah.
Well, he couldn't have been
Being.
plainer than that and louder than that.
Right.
But yeah, she's just rude. But anyway, yes. But oh, and then there was an incident on the Grand Canal.
Oh.
We were in a gondola, and Aunt Lily is not very good in a boat.
Is this
And
in Italy?
yeah,
When?
gondolas.
Yeah,
Oh,
I get that. But when? How old were you?
in Venice. I was about 12. You know, I just threw away my beautiful sandals from Venice. I thought I would keep them forever, and I think I should have, but I think I gave them away. But anyway, Aunt Lily and Nana, we were eating on the Grand Canal. No, I'm going to start again.
Please.
We're eating at a restaurant, not on the canal, up in the town. And Aunt Lily and Diane were not used to Europeans using the same powder rooms. So Aunt Lily wanted to go wash her hands and Nana, so they went together. And Nana was sitting outside while Aunt Lily went in, and Aunt Lily came out just bent over, laughing so hard. She said, "There's a man in there." And Nana said, "Oh," and she started laughing. They both started laughing. Well, they were laughing so hard. I don't know what happened the rest of the story.
Make
It was
it up.
very funny the way Aunt Lily took it, but she wasn't anyway. Men and ladies went in the same one, and she had never, been like that. But anyway, but
Kind of like now.
getting back to the gondola,
Oh.
we took the gondola from on the Grand Canal, and Aunt Lily can't take any motion, so she had a
Really?
problem
Can't
and had
even
to
walk.
lean over. And I thought, oh no, in the gondola there's not even a wave. So, but anyway, that's the way that was.
Okay.
And
No endings to these stories, just a little piece of the middle
no,
for you.
not much.
Uh.
No, you just have to think about what the ending would be. And then
Somebody got
we were
tased.
eating on Lake Garda, which is in Venice, and
Italy.
there were no railings, and Aunt Lily's chair, or Nana's chair, was facing the restaurant, and her back was to the lake. And she pushed her chair back, and the chair slipped off the end of the stone. She almost went backwards into Lake Garda
Uh-oh.
with all her spaghetti. Oh, my gosh.
Hold on a second. I need to answer
we
this.
laughed, but it would have been terrible if she had fallen in the
Hello.
lake. But hello, I'm here.
Oh, never mind. I was getting a call
I'm
from
here.
California, and I didn't know if it was important.
Oh,
Spaghetti,
You mean
uh-huh.
more important than us?
Oh, somebody's full of it.
So do you have to take your call?
I did. It's a recording. Moshi, Moshi. They're gone.
I forgot what that Moshi calls.
Well, you're the one who made it up, so.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? I stopped answering that telephone. I just let it ring. So,
Right.
and if anybody needs to get me, they have my cell phone number. Anybody of importance will have to call me on the cell phone.
Whoa.
So,
Do I have
I
to
don't
fill out
even
a
look at that.
form?
yeah, no.
Go through
But
my secretary, Gizmo.
So, honey, have you been picking any fruit?
Tomatoes.
Oh, the tomatoes are lovely out here too.
Well, it's
But
not a
we
contest.
don't get. Oh no, but they are delicious instead of from the grocery store.
Oh.
But yes. So anyway, this one time I was in Sprouts
Mhm.
and I saw this woman dipping into every little bucket of nuts. And it
With her
just,
hands?
well, no, she used the scoop, but that woman had a full lunch in that. And I kept looking at her, and I thought, this has got to stop. I was just steaming inside. She went very carefully to one. They're like little wooden buckets with a clear plastic top and a little scoop, and you
Right.
get a bag. Well, she used the scoop and put those things in the palm of her hand, and then she'd gently walk away, and I stood there and watched her. She was in about 5 different buckets and had 5 different nuts. And I thought, this is it. I've had it.
Are you saying
And
she's
then I
eating
thought,
them in her mouth in the store?
yes.
Oh, you didn't say that part. I was assuming
Yes,
she was
she
putting them in the bags. I don't know. I wasn't
No, she was eating them.
Ugh.
Well, I went and I got somebody and I said, excuse me.
there. He said,
I
what?
said,
What'd you say?
no, she was
So I went to
young
the
and
deaf
sweet.
policeman.
No, she was very sweet. No, it was a young man. I
Okay.
said, excuse me, would you come here? And he said, yes, may I help you? I said, yes. That woman over there has been dipping into every bucket. She has had her lunch from this store without paying for it. He said, well, ma'am, we do allow people to sample. I said, but
Really?
she ate more than sampling. I said,
Maybe
this
she's-
is terrible.
Maybe she's going to
He
weigh
said,
herself when she's done, and they'll charge the difference.
I don't know, but I was frosted.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, I was so angry, and I was sending signals with my eyes.
Uh-oh.
And
I'm
I
gonna
was
get my
so mad
taser.
at her because I didn't sample them. I knew what I liked.
Well, good for
And-
you. Everyone,
And
be like me.
I thought it was terrible.
King of
So,
Thrones over
anyway.
here.
Yeah. So, and then one day, the
Game of
other
Thrones, I
day,
mean.
a young man, I thought, my ticket is too high. Something was wrong. So I walked to the car and I looked at my sales slip and it said jerk salmon on my coleslaw.
How dare
So I
you?
thought, oh, that's not right. So I went
Jerk.
back in and I said, excuse me, can you help me with this? And she said, of course. And I said, I didn't purchase jerk salmon. I said, this is my coleslaw. She said, oh, I'm so sorry. She said, you can have that for free and we'll credit your American Express. And darn, I only took a spoonful.
Ah,
Yeah, I got about 50 cents worth of
who's the jerk now? Well, it's not the salmon.
So they're very nice. Well, they know me now.
Oh, I bet
and,
they do. You go in a couple times with spaghetti all over you, and you tend to be memorable. You keep reporting candy train people to the officers. You
I
throw
can't
that up
stand
now.
it when people eat their lunch from a bucket. Ugh. And they
I
are
hate
supposed-
horses and cows and camels.
It really
And
makes
donkeys.
me angry. But anyway, so
Wow.
I reported her. But if I see her again, I'm going to tell her, excuse me, but you can't do that all the time. I don't
Wow.
know.
Yeah.
But then her husband might beat me up in the parkway,
Wow.
parking lot.
Well,
Oh, you shouldn't say that either because they
Yeah.
might be very nice, but I don't think it was right.
why do you think he
Nothing.
may have beaten you up?
I don't know. I don't know. He might have a very bad temper, so I thought I better just stay quiet and tell everybody else.
Wait, who has a bad temper?
Who?
You just said
Me?
that. Who has a bad temper?
Oh, that lady that was eating from the buckets.
Oh, so that's why the husband might beat you up?
Because I told on her. You know what? What's going on is just terrible. Oh, what's going on in the country is just terrible. But we haven't been affected here, I don't think. But I don't know. But I'll tell you, I went shopping the other day. Well, this was a while ago, and I'm parking, and the bank was robbed, and I thought, oh, good grief. So I went home, and then I ran into 2 more police arresting another fella, and I thought, oh, my gosh, I'm too close. Then I drove to drop off David's shirts, and they're arresting another fella that was sitting on the sidewalk. And I thought, what is going on? I thought there was something in the air. But I thought, I'm getting too close to all of this, so I went home.
You know what it
And
probably
I didn't answer the door.
All these
What?
people eating lunch from a bucket, and they deserve it. Lock them up.
I just hope I don't see that woman again. I don't know what she looks like, but I could see her sneaking. Oh,
Ugh.
it's just terrible. And then the store sides with her and says that she can sample whatever she wants. I said,
Well,
she wasn't sampling. I said she had her lunch here.
considering
And
someone
he
was
said,
probably
well-
getting murdered in the parking lot, they probably pick and choose their crimes. to
Or a
act upon.
fire between 2
Yeah.
cars. So I look around and, make sure. But sometimes I may take the taser, probably when I go to Baltimore. Oh, I should tase Kingsley and take an Yves Saint Laurent purse. He'll never miss it. Oh, that's terrible to say.
Whoops.
Cut that out, will you?
Yeah, it's too late.
Will you cut that out? That's not right to say.
Ah,
Oh.
it's just a joke.
But anyway, so are you all okay out there?
Oh, we're fine as long as you're not here tasing us.
No, I won't. I won't, honey.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, well, that's enough of that. Again, my name is Michèle Haines. We are live at soundBOX LA, and we will come back with part 2 of this episode. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.